Vegas Circle with Paki and Chris. And Chris is actually out today, so we're going to make this happen, man. He's actually under the weather, but I'm excited for this because this is actually friends of mine that I've been able to build a relationship with this past year. So I've actually got the chef and co-owner of MILANO Restaurant. We've got Laura Migliorini, I got to say it right, Migliorini, and also the manager of Milano, Miss Laura Trent. And today we're going to discuss a little bit about how the restaurant business works and also how they've built a successful business in the city of Las Vegas in Town Square. So we can get into that a little bit.
Will do.
You know, just to kind of give a little bit of history, I found out about you guys' restaurant, and you guys have something different at that restaurant. You know, I've been in there multiple times with my wife and my kids, and have brought family in there and friends in there, and it is very, very good. And I'm not just saying that. And they're not paying me to say this at all. Their food is excellent. So what I want to first start off with is I want to start off with you being the chef. Who inspired you to be a chef?
This is my passion for all my life. Mm-hmm. My mama was a chef, mm-hmm. and I worked many, many years in great hotels mm-hmm. in Novara and Milano. She teach me everything. She's my hero because she raised me and my sisters alone because my dad left the family. She paid for me the best school in Novara and after in Milano, because for my mom it was very, very important to be able make everything and able to be a barman, chef, everything around the restaurant business.
Okay.
And I'm barman, I'm sommelier, and I'm chef. And this is my passion.
Yeah.
And I live for that. And I think every moment of my day, mm-hmm. Food, wine, for create a new dish, and make me happy.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, like when I went into your restaurant, you know, the first time, it feels like you're in your guys' home, like you're in your kitchen and you're sitting there enjoying yourself. I never knew you were a sommelier. I never knew that. Now it makes sense because you recommended me Barbera. I'm sorry.
Barbera Naturati is a great wine.
Yeah, it's excellent. I never had it before until I went in your restaurant. So that's an excellent red wine.
Thank you. And I came in Vegas first for visit Laura. I decided after because Laura pushed me for open the restaurant. After 7 months, I found breast cancer and I got sick. And in the meantime, I looking for a space. I work in another restaurant. And when everything was done, Laura helped me a lot. And she helped me for this dream because actually open a restaurant in USA is a good thing for me. And I sold my business in Milano. Mm-hmm. And I'm totally 100% here to Vegas. And now I'm very, very happy because people understand what I do. I'm truly, truly Italian. You listen my English too. But I have a close to me Laura, and she's very important for me. And I have a great staff. I have a nice person in the kitchen. They assist me, and we create a wonderful dish.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. I'm happy for my server, my barman, and a great family.
Yeah. What did you say to her to get her to just do it? Because that's hard to do, to be able to establish a restaurant.
I said, yo, girl, you're wasted here in Italy.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
No, I convinced her because I was moving to Vegas. My brother was an entertainer in this town. He passed away 3 years ago. He was Trent Carlini. Very famous in town, all over the United States, actually. Okay. He was an Elvis Presley impersonator.
Okay.
So he came to Italy and convinced me, and I said, okay. And we put up a show together.
Excellent.
Here in Vegas, and then I convinced her to come in, and when we discovered that she had cancer, everything, you know, all my attentions, you know, her family was far. Mm-hmm. She was alone here. And I put this globe around her in protection and trying to do my best to help her. She's very humble. Laura is very, very humble because she said, I need to understand how it works here in the United States because, different cultures, even if the same business, you're living in two different countries,
Yeah.
And actually, she started as a busser to learn the language. She can speak French, but not English. Now she can. So she
I'm from
started.
States. Maybe it was a better move in Canada.
So you spoke French first before you learned English?
Yes.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to wear many hats, man. That's what's excellent about it. I mean, it's extremely hard. I mean, one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about, just to kind of start off with, is the restaurant industry is extremely hard, right? To be able to do that. What made you choose to move into Town Square versus other locations in Las Vegas?
For sure, that balcony
Okay, yeah.
reminded us
Remember Italy. Yeah, remember
of Italy.
Italy.
Okay.
And
It's in the center. It's a beautiful
and
location.
regardless of the parking that, could be a little bit difficult or try to understand, you need to pay, or there is a free parking in the back at the AMC theater, so it's very easy to walk. We love to walk in Italy.
Yeah.
The balcony was it. And all those windows, we have this dining area, which is not that big, and it's just overlooking Town Square.
Yeah. So you just saw, you guys had a vision of seeing where the location was. Because I believe that there's been multiple restaurants, I think, there that have done bad. But you guys have done a hell of a job over, I think, it's been about a year now, right? I think you guys just said a year anniversary?
A year and a half.
About a year and a half now?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So, yeah, that's tough, man. So one thing I got to ask about being a chef, they say that is one of the most stressful jobs literally out there. How do you...
It's a stressful job, but I never tired.
Okay.
Never. Laura all the time asking me, how you do, Laura? But it's love.
That's the difference.
I never tired.
Yeah.
Never.
It seems like is the joy of feeding people and learning to learn about your culture is what I learned from you, from sitting down and talking with you and learning about what food that we're trying on the menu that I've never had before. And it seems like it's that's your specialty.
I love looking at people, they're happy about my food. And I say, everything okay? And they answer me, oh, you make my day, Laura.
Yeah.
They make my day.
That's everything. Yeah. Can we get into a little bit, which we had a little conversation a while back about how difficult it is for your business name to get out there, right? Like you guys have a great logo, you guys have a great location, being Milano, Milano, Italy, and having that brand. But we were talking a little bit about like marketing on Yelp and marketing on Open Table. Could we get into that a little bit?
Yeah, why not?
So can you explain for a business owner, let's say, Chris and I and my wife, we were going to open a restaurant business. People don't understand how expensive it is.
Oh, wow.
To market for Yelp or to market at Open Table or things like that. I know you guys use, I think it's Google for your reservations and things like that.
So I think Yelp, Google, TripAdvisor are great platforms.
Yes. Yeah.
But for a small business like ours, where advertising will cost a lot of money, and it will push you to, I got to get that word out. I got to get that word. We got to be in the plaza. Everybody needs to see us and stuff like that. We did differently. We prefer spending that amount of money on quality.
Yes. Yep.
This is why Laura for sure prides herself of the quality of the food, authentic. So that means purchasing imported products.
Yes. Okay.
Like prosciutto. For sure, the prosciutto in Italy cost us a lot less.
Yeah.
So it was a decision not to put billboards or platforms. Yelp could be expensive.
Yes. Yeah.
Like also deliveries, Grubhub,
Grubhubs and then
Uber Eats.
Yeah.
I think they're ranging around 33% of your sale.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot of money. That's taking away totally the margin.
So it's a lot of velocity, like we were talking about before. It seems like you have to do a lot of velocity to be able to get a return and get any kind of ROI.
Right. Yeah. And the space is what it is. I mean, our inside dining room is like 42 people.
Okay. Even with the outside too?
The outside,
inside.
just
okay.
the
Because
inside.
the outside is huge.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's say winter and summer when it's hot, it's kind of hard to sit out there.
Sure. Yeah.
Where now it's, even if we do have the heaters, and they're pretty warm. And some people like to sit outside, you know? You have this beautiful Christmas tree, humongous in front of you, all the lights, the children playing in the plaza.
We can serve a 130 person.
Yeah.
Total, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe even 140 with the patios. But going back to Yelp, I mean, Yelp will give you an extra service to make reservations that people can reserve behalf of Yelp. We have a phone number. Just call us.
Okay.
Let us spend that money on quality.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was more of a business decision, right?
Yeah.
Of trying to figure out, where do you want to put your money at for not ad dollars, but maybe it's quality of food and things like that, which makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's a great platform. Get a lot of reviews. You're still out there. Now, to be honest, I don't know if people that pay, with their reels, and I don't know if they catch more audience or guests than us. We opened the door. I remember the 2nd of August last year. We just opened the door. And little by little, we saw curious people, new place, new restaurant. Everybody told us, everybody failed here. And I'm like, God, please.
Stop saying that. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
So our decision was, okay, let's see how we do. And it was a word of mouth immediately. I mean, we're looking at Yelp. We're looking at Google. Let's look at Instagram. Let's look at Facebook, because the word of mouth goes there.
It does,
Yeah.
And I've noticed, like, you guys have consistent local folks that are there. Like, we've been in a restaurant, you've seen people there that you're like, okay, you know them, or,
We
they're
love
consistent.
that.
Do you find more locals are going there, or do you guys look at a lot of the foot traffic that are in town?
Well,
Both.
there's a lot of foot traffic.
For sure, being in the
people
mall
on
and everything.
vacation.
Yep.
They don't want to stay on the strip, or maybe they're there since 3 days and they get tired. Let's cruise around. Let's see what we find. Very important is that we're also close to the airport. So when people land and they're hungry and they look up, some
But
restaurant.
we have a lot of locals, and it's very good for us because they come back every week. Consistent.
It's great support from Milano.
Yes, great support.
It really is.
That's all day, yeah. So we like that. Yeah.
You said one very important thing. The magic, may I say.
Yeah, of course.
The magic in there is that Laura treats each and every customer as a good friend that just came to her house and is planning to dine, and she creates right there and then.
Yeah, one time a server asked to me, Laura, it was the first day. I said, Laura, how you wanna treat the VIP table? You have something different? I say, no, for me, every single table is equal.
You treat everybody as a VIP.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's
For
no
me,
difference.
Everybody.
I
Doesn't
was
matter.
interested that you said that, because that was one of the things I was going to say.
I
from
think
my
this is our
perspective.
power. This is our power, because doesn't matter for me if a couple split a pizza. For me, the table needed to be clean and treat like a VIP. The same.
Yes.
And I wanted that, and this is my philosophy. And
She looked at the server and said, what?
Yeah.
Everybody is treated equally in here.
Do you think that's a Vegas thing? Because you would think Vegas, when you're having the VIP and the VIP tables and all the little specialty things, is that maybe her perspective of it?
Well, I really don't know. This is something that we acknowledge behalf of, the employees that start working.
Sure.
I had this experience. I work there. I work there. And they do this and they do this. Laura stops and says, my vision is different. This is my vision for Milano. Let's take it from there.
No, it makes a lot of sense. That was one of my questions I had for you guys was, what, from your perspective, what makes Milano special? And I think you just hit it on the nose.
we have great important people, don't me wrong, because we have a great personality, calm. It doesn't matter. For me, it's the same.
Attorneys,
Yeah.
surgeons, doctors,
Yeah.
lawyers.
Everybody wants to
Yeah,
eat.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that encourages us, you know. And it's not that you're going to be treated more importantly than somebody else. It's going to be the same.
How have you guys dealt with employee turnover and getting the right people to work with you guys? Because it's amazing. You go, we go out to eat a lot, especially on the weekends, just because that's our thing. We're foodies, but we find that a lot of times when you go to restaurants, there's not enough people to be able to help. There's not enough people in the kitchen.
Dramatic.
It's hard. So how have you guys been able to adapt and keep the business going, for this past year and a half?
So the only way is if your dishwasher walks out on you, you're going to jump back there and wash dishes.
That's a strong statement. Yes.
When your cook
which happens.
drops out on you, you're going to go back there and cook.
Yeah.
Luckily for the Italian culture, we're growing up knowing how to do almost everything.
Okay.
Okay. Like wash dishes.
Yeah.
Clean, wash your clothes, make your bed, learn how to cook.
My wife was just talking about kids about,
Oh, it's very important.
Yeah, that's very true, yeah.
And again, it's important, you remember I told about my mom, Laura, you need to be able for everything because it's happened, I think, 2 times, a barman sick, whatever, and me, I wear my black shirt and I'm barman.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
Yeah. So you just adapt. You just have to be able to adapt.
The dish is only for her.
Okay.
But yes,
me and
clean
Talia.
dish.
Yeah.
Laura and
it's true.
Support for us.
It's still kind of difficult.
For sure, yeah.
Staffing, but now that we've formed our family, because we live all together, because we're a restaurant, you got to be on point and you need to be there. So we have our staff, we keep them tight to us, we treat them the best we can, and they're happy. But since August last year, there was quite a bit of turnarounds.
I've seen it, yeah. It's hard to be
very
able to keep
difficult.
everybody going. Yeah,
you can't do anything. They don't show up. Or they'll text you 5 minutes before you open the door, and they're gone.
Because I've seen a lot of times where it's hurt a lot of the small business owners, because our specialty is bringing small business owners to this platform to discuss, how they've been able to overcome and pivot and things like that. But they'll get sucked up from another franchise or a hotel or anything that will pay them obviously more money. You know what I mean, to move.
$1 more will do it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
that is very sad.
50 cents more sometimes.
Yeah, that's very sad.
Yeah.
But, working for the union for that $1 more, because our pays are pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, really, when I say that, we treat our employees good.
Yeah.
It's true. Because we'll end up at the end of the night, okay, let's cook something and eat all together.
Yeah.
Or, okay, bring this home. Or, we're not micromanaging or stuff like that. All we need is our staff to be on point with you guys.
Yeah. And the service, right? Yeah. Yeah.
And needs to be impeccable.
Yeah. That's excellent, yeah. So it's the adversity of pivoting and redoing that. I could definitely
Crossing
see that.
fingers, we're good now. Hopefully we're good, But you never know.
A little bit about the issues that I'm seeing a lot of businesses have, especially restaurant businesses, is theft is very hard. How have you guys been able to adapt to be able to put, procedures in place or maybe even technology in place so food is not being thrown out or being given for free or stolen or whatever the scenario. There's so many different scenarios that are out there.
I would rather speak about waste.
Waste is very hard, which is still, it's difficult.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Maybe a server misunderstood or the cook read the ticket. He forgot to put it away and read it twice. And that means that we eat a little bit more.
Yeah. So that's your attempt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what can you do? I mean, once they understand, I'm sorry, okay? Be on point, be focused,
Make it happen.
Yeah, it happens. It will always happen, you know. Theft, hopefully, we've never encountered a situation like that.
That's excellent. I'm glad you guys
we
have
we
it. Yeah.
was the food for a mistake because otherwise we use everything. And Laura know that when I come during the morning, I open the fridge. I say, okay, tonight we create this special with this.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Being able to make it work.
She
That's your
really-
chef background and being able
she's
to know what you
phenomenal.
can be able to make work. Yeah.
She comes up with
In
with
Italy,
a special.
is a tradition, no waste nothing. My mama use everything.
Yeah.
First, I want to ask you, then I'll ask you, what is your favorite thing on the menu? So if you were sitting and you're eating, what is that?
For sure, cavatelli.
Okay.
Seafood with pizza crust.
That's my favorite thing on your menu. Yeah.
I like
hands
it
down.
cut on the table. People love it. Yeah.
I want to say something about Laura. Before opening, you know, we know a lot of people in town, restaurant owners and stuff like that. And almost everybody would say, Laura, you need to put chicken Alfredo. You need to put in linguine Alfredo. And she was saying, no, it's not authentic. It's not Italian. I mean, this is something Americanized out here. Especially in Italy, you would never eat chicken with pasta. That's for sure.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Either you eat chicken or you eat the pasta.
Okay, that's it. You know, it's so funny. That's what I used to eat until I started eating Charles restaurants, chicken parmesan and different ones. That's interesting. Yeah.
And she says, no, I'm not going to put them on the menu. I'll make somebody happy eventually if they ask for it, but
Sure.
I am not going to put it in.
He's make Alfredo because it's just butter and cheese.
Parmesan cheese.
It's
Sometimes
very,
with
very
kids and
easy.
stuff like that. Yeah.
But it's not,
not
authentic. No, like chicken parmigiana is easy. Make a chicken parmigiana, of course, but nobody ask for.
No,
for
maybe
the-
a
Once you
few
start seeing
people.
the menu,
No.
yeah.
No.
That's interesting you say that. So I could tell you're a fighter and you figured out. Like you said, you're dealing
There
with
you
breast
go.
cancer and things like that. That's what impressed me about you when we were talking about it before. But you just figure it out. And I think that's why you got a successful business. From me seeing it, you figure it out. You adapt, you adjust, come up with other solutions.
I keep my point. I don't know if it's wrong or no, but it's my point. And for now, work good
Yeah.
because people understand.
Yeah.
So
Plus, she's passionate. When she creates a special, she'll go to the table and say, this is the special. And the combination of these two things together, you will see. And somebody might sporadically say, can you add chicken to it with shrimp? No, we're not in Spain. We're not talking about paella.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
talking about
Italian.
something.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
and we try the special with employee too because it's very, very important. They sell special and they know the flavor, everything.
So they can describe it better.
Yeah. for the
What's your
style.
favorite thing on the menu then? I didn't get a chance to ask you.
My favorite thing on the menu is two of the specials that she's making. One is the pappardelle
Okay.
with porcini mushrooms and truffle,
Okay. Okay.
topped with lamb chop.
Okay.
And the other one is just a new special she's pulling out right now is the gnocchi.
Okay. That's what I tried recently with it's like a little potato.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
now she
yeah.
stuffs them with Asiago cheese.
Oh, okay.
And the presentation is phenomenal.
Okay.
And
With the carpaccio truffle
carpaccio
sounds
and
excellent.
pearl of balsamic
Okay.
balsamic pearls.
and onion butter salt.
Make it work.
It's
love it.
incredible.
It blew me away.
Yeah, that's
Last
excellent.
night it
Yeah.
really blew me away.
Yeah, it's how you come up with these dishes. Like I had never seen, how do you say that again? Is it the fruta de mara? How you say it?
Frutti di mare.
Okay. For our listeners, you got to see how she does it when you cut it. We'll show a little video of how you cut it and everything. It's awesome, and it's like a paella almost, but I'm sorry, not a paella, like a cioppino.
Cioppino.
Like a cioppino, it reminds me of. But,
Yeah, it's a
excellent.
cioppino, but we had cavatelli, fresh pasta.
That's excellent.
Served in a ceramic pot. That pot goes in the wood-fired oven.
Yeah, like your
And it's covered with a pizza crust. And when you cut that pizza crust and it
changes
opens
everything.
up,
Yeah.
she teases the customers too. She goes like that, you know, like
Yeah.
lifting the pizza crust
Yeah.
up and down. Do you smell it? Do you smell it?
Yeah, it's amazing. No, I've tried it multiple times. It's amazing. What's one thing that you wish you would have knew before you started your business that you know now?
Qual è quella cosa che avresti voluto sapere
Quando ho iniziato?
prima di aprire che tu adesso sai?
It's a very difficult question.
We can come back to it too if something pops up in your mind after. You can share it. From your perspective, what would you say?
From my perspective, we thought about everything. We thought, will people like us? Will people like the food? Will they like the space? Are they not going to come because they can't find parking or this and that? We thought about everything. People might not like our food. It's too authentic. Maybe everybody else is right. You know, you got to make that chicken Alfredo, which is not Italian. So
This is a good question.
Yeah.
But
what we never thought that we would encounter is staff issue.
That's the hard part. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
seeing
because
that across the board.
When
yeah.
your dining room is full and you don't have a bartender because he didn't show up or he got sick or, God forbid, found another place that was giving him that 50 cents more, it was hard for us. It was like we needed like 3. We needed to be cloned.
yes, I can speak about the different from Italy about the stuff.
Okay.
This because for me when we start and happen what Laura described, people don't show up. For me was a shock because I ran a different place in Italy, and my staff was always in the restaurant every day. This for me was
A shock.
It's
a
hard to
shock.
be able to
Yes,
deal with.
yeah. I say, what happened in this country?
Yeah.
Because it's totally different to Milano. And this
Okay.
for me make me worry. Different days.
You wake up in the
I
morning
feel
and
bad.
you're scared to open your phone.
Because
Yeah.
you don't know what you're about to walk into.
What happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Great anxiety
Yeah.
on that. Always because we want Milano to be able to invite and not be scared. Sometimes we had, people waiting like 40 minutes because maybe, I don't know, one of the line cooks disappeared.
Yeah.
Or he's outside smoking a cigarette and you can't say anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Be able to quit. Yeah. I'm finding that a lot, when I've talked with a lot of business owners is that, and even just from my experience is like this new style of coaching is what you have to look at. You have to coach in a certain way because people will quit and just, they call it like basically leave the keys on the table type of business now where you piss somebody off, they're going to leave their keys and all right, fine, I'm gone. So that's very hard to be able to do it for sure. But that's probably the biggest
That
thing.
scared us a bit.
Yeah. One of the last questions I have for you guys as far as business advice, what's one piece of business advice you could share for somebody?
you need help now.
So just business advice, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Passion.
Passion. Yeah.
I don't know if it happened to you. It happened to me since, growing up, what do I want to be? What do I want to be?
Yes.
I always had that music in me, and I wanted to write music. But in the same time, it was like, oh, gee, it's not giving me that fixed salary every month, and maybe I'm wasting, maybe I should do something else. So you try, but that one passion is that one passion. You got to pursue it.
It's kind of following your gut, following that voice of what it is that you.
Then, of course, you're scared, economically. I think the thing is that when you see that you have an issue.
Yeah, like you talked earlier. Bless you. Yeah.
And you don't get that flow, you start to worry, oh my God, I got to take care of my employees. We need to pay all, everything we purchase and stuff like that. It's scary.
All the overhead, yeah.
It's scary.
For sure.
But I think good hand is hard work and passion, and don't let go.
Yeah. Keep it going.
Keep it
The
going.
fighter over here. I always call her the fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. What would you say for you, for your perspective? Would it be, she was saying the passion, is that what you would say is given for business advice for somebody else would be following your passion? Or is there something else that you
Qual è
want
il
to add
tuo
to that?
consiglio?
Yes, for the passion. And for me, it's very important study.
Study, yeah.
You know why? Because I know many person, they think it's very, very easy, open the restaurant. It's not that, because you need to know the basic.
The basics, yeah.
And very less people know the basic. This is for the kitchen, for the bar, and the dining room. And for me, need the people go to school.
Get educated, yeah.
Educate, yes.
Train, educate.
Train.
And learn a
and
trade, yeah.
learn and go to school. But people open a restaurant, 1, 2, 3, and after 1 year, 2 year, close. Why?
Can you imagine
Because you
if
never
she wasn't a
basic.
chef and she opened a restaurant?
No, you don't understand the whole
Under this period
process.
of time,
No.
staff issue.
It's extremely hard. It's extremely hard to be able to do, for sure, especially with that. And also, you know, what I see a lot of is, and especially what I experience is, people want immediate, or they want to be the boss, or they want to be a competitor too. So they learn the whole setup, and then they open up another. Not they couldn't do Milano, but it might be another business down the street. You know,
Of course.
So,
You need to be knowledgeable and passionate in what you're doing.
for sure.
You need to, you got to get up. You got to do it. You can't say, no,
Yeah.
I don't feel too good today. I'm going to stay home, watch Netflix or stuff
Be
like
nice.
that.
Yeah.
I try, but she says, don't you dare do that.
Yeah, she'll come to your house and get you. Yeah. No, it's an absolute pleasure to just sit with you guys, just to understand and give somebody a different perspective. You know what I mean? I don't think we've ever had anybody on from Italy. And I'm so happy to have you guys come on and share and be able to have our listeners know another restaurant out
Thank
there.
you so much.
No, this is an
Thank
absolute
you.
pleasure. Where can people find you guys at? What's the social handles, your social media?
On Facebook, it's Milano. Our website, Milano the Restaurant. The Restaurant.
The restaurant. Okay. Yeah.
Instagram.
On Instagram, Milano, Town Square, you'll find us.
Yeah. Well, absolute pleasure to have you
Yelp,
guys on.
Google.
And Yelp, Yelp, Google, and everything.
TripAdvisor.
For sure. But Milano's great, guys. You guys got to check them out. So you can definitely check us out at thevegascircle.com. And I appreciate you guys sitting with us. And
Thank you.
Thank you so
thank
much
you very much.
for
Yeah.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
Awesome.
invite us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you.
That was awesome.